Well, we all knew this was going to come out sooner or later because Rockstar's actually pretty good at keeping up with what new supercars are coming out and adding them into the game. So, of course, we now finally have the McLaren Senna in GTA 5. For those of you wondering about the Nebula, because I said it would be out on Monday and Wednesday, I didn't say which week. Come on, guys. You know, I've got to save the best till last, you know? Don't worry, though. It's coming out soon. I'm not going to play you guys for too long. This is a terrible road to drive around and not look where I'm going. Okay, so here we are with the McLaren Senna, or actually what it's called in this game, the Emerus, the Progen Emerus. So let's just actually just open up our hood and our trunk here. Apparently we have no hood. Do we have a trunk? Wow, we don't have anything. So there's nothing under here. Absolutely nothing. Oh, there's a bit of an engine that we can see through the window, but that's it. There's nothing in here either. Okay. Fair enough, it's pretty bare bones. So we have our interior. It actually doesn't look very McLaren, I've got to say. McLaren definitely doesn't have this kind of chunky, huge dashboard center console piece. And I would have thought it would have had a rear window. This thing's almost like built like a van. But it does have the windows in the doors, just like we have on the Senna in real life, which is a nice, interesting touch. Does the McLaren Senna actually have a rear window? I'm starting to wonder that now. Well, let's have a look at what parts we got then. So, we'd actually have some liveries. I'm going to check out the liveries first this time. Seems we've got a nice colour and everything going on. Let's just have a look. So we have a white stripe, pretty simple. I imagine it's going to be very simple to what we've had with all the other cars in this update. So we're going to have some stripes, we're going to have some cigarette liveries, maybe a lager livery. It seems to just be cigarettes and lagers in this one. I guess it does sort of suit the whole casino vibe, perhaps. But anyway, we do have a white stripe, a black stripe, and a red stripe. We also have the white double stripe. How does that even compare? It looks exactly the same. Maybe it's the back that changes. Ah, I see. It's just the bit of the back that changes. Then we have the race livery, which also adds it to the spoiler as well. Adding the 0 liveries. Number 13. Pretty simple, though. Not much going on. Of course, we have the Redwood Racing. Redwood cigarettes. Right there, number 55. And that one's also got a stripe at the back, a double stripe. We have Jackal Racing. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, they don't really go with this orange at all, so they're all going to look kind of weird. Although this one's actually not so bad. The Narc Racing one, as it's just got some sort of like grey splash design going on. Support America, use foreign oil. I love the sort of stuff they put on these. Then we have Hexagon Blue Progen, very futuristic style, very... not my style, I should say. Don't really like how that looks. And then we have the camo livery. I imagine you're going to be seeing many of these driving around Los Santos right now. As yeah, if you didn't know, this car came out, I think, on Thursday. We're now currently Saturday as I upload this video. So I'm actually not going to go with the livery because I think they all look rubbish. So let's just go on the spoiler where we have 25 options. I imagine it's just going to be many different color options. So we have those in different colors. Including a black option, which is pretty cool. Always like having a full black option. Even carbon. Wow, that is all the different styles that we've ever had in this game added into one. Primary, secondary, black, carbon. And then we're going to have the exact same for all the rest of them. Primary, secondary, black, carbon, sports spoiler. Then the same with the GT spoiler going through. Then the same with the... Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I kind of like that, actually. That's an interesting shape. Let's compare that to the... other one that we had. Also adds this bit down the middle. That's an interesting shape. I quite like that. Anyway, we have that in a bunch of different colors as well. And then we also have the aggressive spoiler, which adds another sort of whale tail style look. Like an old Cosworth or something. Very interesting. Is that actually based on something for the Senna? Because that's really cool looking. I want to see what that would look like in real life. I think for this one, though, I might actually just go with the primary street spoiler. I don't know, there's something about that I quite like. Then on the skirts, we actually have quite a few options here again, and it's just going to be different colour options, I imagine. So we have this one right here in a bunch of different colour schemes. Then we have the race skirts, then we have the sports skirts, and then we have the GT skirts. I actually really like that. The GT style perhaps doesn't go with the spoiler. Does stick out quite a lot, but very interesting. Might use that in another build. I think for this one, I'm going to go for the primary race skirt. Then on the exhaust, we have the options of the stock, which is these tiny little ones. They're not supposed to be square, are they? They're just small exhausts coming out of a square hole. But we have the box. Oh dear. That's interesting. Then we have the split box. Then we have the twin box. Then we have the sectioned exhausts. And then we have the radial exhausts. all of them look kind of weird, I've got to be honest. I think maybe the sectioned exhausts perhaps fits it the best, so we'll go for that. Then on the grille, we have the options of splitters, in fact, not grills. Oh, these aren't too bad. There we go, so it adds a bit in the middle, changes the shape of the splitter as well there. We have that in primary colour, we have that in carbon. It's basically just going to be changing the colour of that fin set up there, as you can see. Then we have the sport splitter, which adds this bit as well to the side. We can have that in carbon as well. Or we have the primary GT. I'll definitely do another build with that, I think. But I think I'm going to go with the primary sport splitter and just make this a full sports build. Then on the fenders, we have the different colour options for the mirror. I'm actually going to go with the carbon fibre, I think, for that one. On the roof, I might go for a carbon roof if we got one. That might make it all match together. But we have this in primary colour. We could even go for a full primary colour look on this one, actually, maybe. Does look nice. Then we have that in secondary colour, carbon roof, vented roof. So it also adds vents at the back. And then we have those in the different colour combinations as well. I might actually go for the carbon on the second build because I want to go for like a full primary colour build. Just make this nice, bright and colourful. So I'm going to go with that, which means I'm also just going to go ahead and put those mirrors back to stock, I think. Then we can upgrade our engine, brakes, transmission. Don't have any sort of suspension stuff. We have an extra. No idea what it is. Absolutely no clue, but I am indicating right today for this video. And we'll add a turbo, and let's go ahead and change the paint here. Quite a nice colour, but let's try something else. Do you know what? I'm actually, even though I've just gone for all of this primary colour stuff, it does look really nice in a dark colour. Ooh, that looks nice. The graphite looks really nice. Not too standout-ish. I might do that for the next one. I'm sort of feeling like a blue today, but I'm going to go for a custom blue. I'm just going to go ahead and tweak this one up a bit. Ooh, actually, I might even go for a bit into the purple. Ooh, this is an interesting colour I'm building here. Okay, I've sort of gone for an almost like Cadbury's purple, almost like a royal purple. Very strong, interesting colour here. Not 100% sure, I've got to be honest. Ooh, actually, I've just accidentally done this green and I've come out with this. Now that is bright. Okay, I've done some tweaking, I've brought down the green, and I've got this just really nice shade of like baby blue. That does look really nice, actually. I like that colour. The wheels do look a little lost in these arches here, I've got to say. I don't know what it would look like if I made them bigger, though. Okay, I'm going to go for these multi-spoke wheels here with the central locking wheel nut thing. And I make those into sort of like a black steel or stone silver or something just to brighten them up a little bit. But they just look so weird. It's just like there's a massive arch gap in this thing. I'm just trying to get this onto level ground. Okay, let's bring out V-Stancer. We've got to make it lower because it does look weird. I'm also just going to go to tyres. I'm just going to make them a little bigger. Not too much. Just a little wider and a little bigger. And I think the track widths are fine now that I've actually made the wheels a little wider. I just wanted to get them fitted into the arches a little better. Because actually the McLarens, like the P1 and the Senna, actually do look pretty low anyway. Maybe we'll tuck that in just a little bit. Okay, I think that would do. I think that would do. Maybe it'll look a little better once we get off this driveway here. But there we are. There is the Senna. I'm going to keep calling it the Senna because the Emerus is a kind of weird name. I don't know if there's... I don't know what the reference to that is at all. But there we go with those incredibly large side skirts right there. Let's just give this a listen. Sounds pretty nice. Not too bad. Got some nice popping action going on with these quad exhausts. Right, I'm going to make one quick one. I just want to go for like the full racy style look. Maybe I'll add a livery. Let's see how we do. Okay, so here we are done with this second build. And I have made this entirely like something that could be built in online mode. So I've gone for stock modified wheels. None of the sort of stuff that I use from the regular mods. And I've just gone for a regular color. I've gone for regular parts, regular livery. So you can actually build this inside of GTA. Now, I do actually like the Senna. It's not a bad looking car. I do think that this actually looks alright. I'm not entirely sold on this rear bit here. I think this looked a little lost here. I think the wheels just don't really fit in that nice. It just kind of looks a little bit off to me. Also, these side skirts are absolutely ridiculous. If we just get this one out the grass here. Look, this one's even bigger. Absolutely insane looking. I'm not completely sold on it, but maybe this is something, maybe one of you guys are seeing this and you think this is perfect. I want you guys to actually let me know which one of these two you prefer. To be honest, I think my original build is pretty nice. In fact, I'm going to get out of this one. This is pretty boring. Also noticing the doors aren't anything exciting. I'm pretty sure the ones in the Senna do lift up, like Lambo style, don't they? But there we go. Let me know which of these you prefer in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this car. I'm not entirely sold on it, but maybe at this point I'm just bored of seeing supercars in GTA 5. Who knows? But for those wondering, the Nebula, aka the Volvo, is coming soon. But there's just a few other cars I wanted to check out first. If you've got all the way to the end of this video, I want you to say... none of those words. Tacos. Actually say tacos. There we go. Right there. In the comment section below. Just to let me know that you watched the entire video. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.